Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in two of my decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to bring in the Divine Masculine 101 and the Divine Masculine the Silence. Now, the Silence will connect with their truth inside, their fears, their struggles, things they are really contemplating and working out when they are silent. And the Masculine 101 will connect with their wants and needs, the things that they are dreaming about, the things that they are longing for with you. So the Silence is going to connect with things they may be struggling with, and the Masculine deck, the 101, will connect with that too. But this will also show you what their intentions are. So let's see what we need to know. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So what's on their mind today? What are they processing or thinking about during the silence? So we've got that card sticking out and then these cards fell out here. So only 4 cards out of that whole deck. I mean, look how big this deck is here. And then we've got the Masculine 101. So what are their intentions? Wow, jump straight out. What are their intentions, or what do they want you to know? These are the cards sticking out of the deck here. And I'm just taking out what's sticking out. And these are the ones that jumped out. So let's see what they want you to know today. And remember, they've been doing a lot of deep thinking. You've been understanding things. And I definitely do feel like they're getting the green light now to move ahead. So they are saying to you, yeah, you are my future. Absolutely you are. You are my future, even if I've said otherwise. So if they've said to you in the past, oh, I'm not leaving my karmic partner, I'm not leaving my children, I'm not moving away from this place, or I'm not, getting divorced, or it's never going to happen because of this, or this. If they've said things like that, all that is fear in that moment. Whenever they said that, whenever it was, whether it was a long time ago or recently, it's all coming through fear, ego, because they're afraid of change. What will people think? What if I make a mistake? They're afraid of being vulnerable. What if you hurt me? What if I act like a fool because I give myself to you and then you reject me? There's all these fears in their mind. So whatever they say or don't say, they know in their soul, in their heart, in their mind, in their body, but in their soul that you are meant to be, that you belong together. And that's why they are saying to you today, you are my future, even if I've said otherwise. So this is why you have to look beyond the surface level, because they can say things in the heat of the moment. They can say things when they're afraid. And then they have to deal with the consequences later down the line of saying those things or acting that way. So today they're being very clear in this first message, saying to you, you are my future, even if I've said otherwise or acted in a way that's made you think otherwise. You are my future. So let that reassure you today, first of all, that you belong together. I'm working out what to say to you. And this is so powerful. If you watch the reading from earlier today, you'll see I spoke about this amber light. And they show me traffic lights in my mind where the amber light is starting to click and move and vibrate to the green light. So they're working out what to say to you because you're their future. And they may have said otherwise. They may be feeling really stupid or guilty about hurting you and saying, oh, we're never going to be together, or I'm never going to leave that person, I'm never going to do this, and they feel a bit like a fool. They feel clown-like. I acted like a clown, I acted like a fool. What will you think? What will people think? Because they may have said something, now they've got to go back off that again. So they're working out what to say. They're working out how to come to you and say to you, guess what? You are my future, even if I said otherwise, even if I let you down or hurt you or made you feel like I don't care about you. Well, I do care about you, and you are my future, and I'm working out what to say. So they are in this processing phase right now. So again, I'm really feeling moving forward, there's going to be so many communications coming in, so many doors opening for communication. I'm annoyed at myself. Of course they are. Why? Because they said otherwise. You are my future, even if I've said otherwise. I feel stupid about that, so I'm working out what to say. I'm annoyed at myself for holding myself back. I'm frustrated at myself for wasting time away from you. living a lie. I'm annoyed at myself. So again, there's this feeling of anger and frustration. This is why we had the energy coming through in the previous readings about wasps. And, if you were feeling this way, maybe you've been through some frustration. Maybe you've even been having headaches. If you've been having any headaches or, any heaviness in the body, it's because they are annoyed at themselves. They're not annoyed at you. They're annoyed at themselves. They're not even really annoyed at anybody else. They're annoyed at themselves. And when they're in that energy, they can be very moody and depressed and they can lash out. That's another reason they may want to isolate themselves. So if they are doing anything that may be annoying you, try and rise above it. Don't get triggered by it. Don't get, angered by it. Don't take it personally. Just remember they are dealing with their own frustration. Because they know what they want to say to you. They want to say, look, you are my future. I know I'm a fool. I know I've acted like a clown. I know I've lied and denied and I want to make it right. They're just waiting until they feel better. So they're waiting until they don't feel annoyed, because if they continue to feel annoyed at themselves, they're going to be in an angry energy. It's going to come across to you as moody or like they've got an agenda. So they're waiting until they're in a better energy, because you're in a better energy. And the thing you have to understand is you can't attract them into you in a good energy if you're in a good energy and they're in a bad energy, because your frequencies don't match. So imagine, I'm going to grab these two cards here. I'm not going to read these. These are just to show you. This is the energy of frequency. This is your frequency right now. You're working on you. You're finally seeing everything. Things are clear to you. You know who you are. You're in this really high vibrational frequency. They are moody and angry, so they are below you here. They've got to rise up to match you. There's no point you coming down to meet them, because it won't work. Okay, you've got to kind of match each other. But they are saying, I'm waiting until my energy is better, and then I can come up to you and tell you how I feel. That you are my future, even if I've said otherwise. So they're waiting until they feel better. Till they're not really that annoyed at themselves. They'll still feel annoyed at themselves, don't get me wrong, because they may have told you that you haven't got a future together, and it was never true anyway. You've always known that you have a future together. You've just known it's in divine timing, and you've had to learn how to surrender and to have faith and all of that, all the things that you do. But now they are just waiting until they feel they're having that green light from heaven, and when they feel healthier inside, when they're not dealing with frustration or anger. So they're saying, if I'm waiting, it's because I'm frustrated at myself and a little bit angry at myself, and I just want to feel in a better vibration. What do they want to say to you then? Finding the right words. If they are saying to you, I'm working out what to say to you, I've never loved anyone the way I love you. I've never loved anyone the way I love you. Of course they haven't. No one's ever turned them on the way you turn them on. I'm not just talking about intimately, I'm talking about in their mind too, the conversations you have, the times you share, the fun you have. No one's ever made them feel the way you feel, the way you make them feel. I've never loved anyone the way I love you. That's what they intend to say to you. I never meant to cause you pain. These are the words they're trying to find. If they've caused you pain by saying, oh, we don't have a future, or it's all in your head, or I'm never going to change, or they're saying, I never meant to cause you that pain. Of course you're my future, even if I've said otherwise. And this is also about things they may have done on social media. For example, if they've been flaunting a relationship on social media and maybe that relationship has ended, or maybe that relationship has gone in a different direction, and they feel foolish because they may have said, oh, this person's the one and all of that, but they've always known it was you. And they're thinking, oh, okay, now I've got to step out on social media and admit that I was wrong, or admit that this is actually the truth of who I am. So I feel it's also about them they've been saving face for a while because they're afraid of what people will think or say or do. It could affect them in many ways. And they're starting to think, I don't care now what people think. I've got to speak my truth. I want a future with you because you're my person and it's no one else's business. Yeah, think about speaking my truth. These are their intentions. So again, this is what they're saying to you. I'm working out what to say to you in a truthful way. I think about speaking my truth to you. That's what I'm thinking about. And my truth is, I never meant to cause you pain because I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. And you are my future, even if I've said otherwise. My truth is that I'm annoyed at myself for hurting you, for hurting you, causing you pain. My truth is that I need to make a change. And I long for you. They are longing for you right now. They are longing for you. You're feeling that. You may have that sense of urgency. You may feel it in the body. You may feel it like, oh, that real urge to reach out to them. And it's because it's like they're calling to you. It's painful. It's a painful cry to you because they're missing you that much, longing for you. And it's also an intimate longing too in their body. Their body is aching to be with you. I'm not going to say because it's, I want to keep it PG, but you know how their body is longing for you. You know they feel that. And it will never be over between us, no matter what I say or do, no matter what I said. Oh, we haven't got a future together. Of course you have. It's never over. If you're watching this video thinking, is he ever going to contact me? Is he ever going to reach out to me again? You know he will. You know they will. It's just ego that's putting that in your head. You know in your soul. You know in your heart. You know in your loins. You know in your intuition, your gut instinct that you have a future together. You know it's never over. And that's also what they are saying. It will never be over, no matter what I say or do. And as I said, it will never be over. I was drawn to the 11:11 on the time there. So if you've seen 11:11, that's the universe saying to you, it's not over and it never will be. Why? Because you were always on their mind. You were always on my mind. I am always thinking of you. I always come back around to you because all paths lead home to you. So maybe we're a song about this. You're always on my mind. That could be the Pet Shop Boys. Could be another song. You could be hearing songs about it's never over between you. You are in each other's future. Many, many songs. And also they are saying, I want to be myself with you. I don't want to hide it anymore. I don't want to lie anymore. I don't want to deny anything anymore. I just want to be myself with you. I want to take that mask off. I want to stop pretending on social media. I just want to be me with you. Because your love drives me crazy. It drives me crazy because I've never felt this way before. It drives me crazy because I'm so turned on to you. It drives me crazy because I long so much for you. It drives me crazy. So it drives them crazy in a good way, but also a bad way because they get obsessive, they overthink, and they start worrying. So your love drives me crazy. You might be saying this. You might be saying, well, your love drives me crazy because you told me that we didn't have a future. And that drove me crazy because I knew, like I know now that we do, and that it will never be over between us, no matter what you've done or said. I knew it was never over between us. I've always known we have a future because I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. And yes, you caused me pain, but I know it caused you pain. I forgive you. I think about speaking my truth too. I'm glad you're working out what to say to me because I want to speak my truth too. But yes, wait until you feel better so you don't come in annoyed and angry and lashing out at me. Because I want to be myself with you too. You're always on my mind too, and I am also longing for you. So you're replying to them through the 5D round, through your feelings and your emotions, because you feel the same way. And that's what you need to know. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.